Much love. Beautiful day, everyone. If you give me just a moment, we will get started here. Okay, so hey, can you hear me, Miss Frosty? Beautiful day. Good to see you. Oh, so good to see you, mamas. Can you hear me? And do my little mic check. It's been going good, going well. So, okay, great, great, great. So, okay. Thank you, mamas, for letting me know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so before we begin, let me put a little bit of Florida water on my hand. So thankful and grateful for everybody that'll tune in or stop in for a few minutes or a few seconds or stay a minute. Hopefully, we'll be here for less than an hour. I got some errands to run and some things to do to start the week off. Okay. So, anyway, before we begin, I'm going to get started by saying I am not a medical professional. I am not a licensed therapist. Um, there might be talk of natural remedies and healings for various things, whether it be emotional healing, physical healing, energetic healing, whatever, using various things from nature like crystals and herbs and things like that. If you have any questions about any of the remedies or things that you may want to try for your own healing, please contact your own primary care provider and pediatrician for your little ones, okay? Um, if you have questions on that, okay? Because I'm not a professional. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and speak this with with my intention and my focus over myself and the platform and the beautiful people here who have non-ill intentions. Okay, this is a safe space for everyone. I will not allow anyone's negative energy, ill will, and projection of anger, hate, and jealousy to take root on this platform and with my own energy essence. If you harbor these things, these thoughts, or carry these entities within you, I reject them for myself and the beautiful people on the platform, and I send them directly back to where it came from, back to you, back to your being and all of your situations all up in your life. I'm not causing or wishing harm on you, but if you are secretly sitting back there projecting just ill intentions and negative energies towards myself for whatever reason, I don't accept it. I reject it. And so that energy will come flooding back to your life. So be careful what you project out on people because you don't want to play with other people who trust their intuition. Don't play with my power or the beautiful collective power that we have here on this platform. So much love, everybody. Let's go through the little chat and then we will get started. Okay, thank you, Miss Frosty. Hey, girl. Mwah, much love to you, Farah. So glad to see you. Hey, Crystal. Happy Sunday to you and much love to you guys. Okay, so we're going to get started. I just want to say really fast that I do have quite a few, there's some emails that I haven't got to yet, and I have not checked any comments. And so I want you guys to know that I'm going to do that today. I think it's so important, and I really appreciate you guys anybody taking time to leave an emoji, to leave a comment, or to email me, whether it's emailing me to encourage me, emailing me, asking me questions, emailing me to tell me something. I appreciate that because that takes time and energy, and I want you to know I see it. And I'm gonna get to it, okay? And I want us to think about next Sunday. The theme for next Sunday's coffee talk is going to be the talk of the new year, and some things I just want to talk about. Things personally, I don't do all that New Year's resolution thing, because I feel like we change and make goals and set goals throughout the year, but I do want us to take a look and reflect on this past year, where we were, what we entertained, what we didn't entertain, how we have grown, or if we're remaining stagnant in places. So that's going to be next Sunday's coffee talk. And I just want everybody to be, I don't know. So that's next week's coffee talk. And so this week we are going to read an article once again by Lachlan Brown. And this one is called, I know we did an article a couple of weeks back called 8 Types of People Who Don't Deserve a Second Chance with You. So now we're going to take a look at 10 types of people that aren't worth keeping in touch with. And so I feel like that is good, because as we approach the ending of this year and go into a new one, I feel like it's a perfect time for clearing out energies. I've been clearing out energies. I've been letting go of people. I've been letting go of situations. I've been letting go of energies. And I'm going to keep doing that even into the new year. It's something that we don't just do at the end of the year. It's something that I think we should continuously be examining ourselves with, the people that we're entertaining, the things that we're watching, the things that are mentally entertaining, and things like that. So, but it goes along with what I want to talk about kind of next week about letting certain people go, letting certain things go. So here we go. 10 types of people that aren't worth keeping in touch with, by an article by Lachlan Brown. It was last updated not too long ago, September 1st, 2024 at 10:59 a.m. And Lachlan Brown has his own website. It's called hackspirit.com. A lot of these articles that we will go over on the Sunday coffee chats come from Hack Spirit. Good stuff there. So much love to him. I don't always agree with everything, but it's great for conversations and it's great for insights. And it's some of his articles that really helped me. Okay, so let's dive in. 10 people who aren't worth keeping in touch with. Number 1, the constant critic. What beautiful day, Hurricane. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Mwah. The constant critic. We've all come across that one person who seems to have a knack for finding fault in everything and in everyone. According to psychologists, constant critics can have a significant impact on your self-esteem and overall well-being. This isn't about rejecting constructive criticism. It's about identifying those who use criticism as a tool to belittle and undermine. Consider this: if you're constantly surrounded by negativity and criticism, it's likely to become your reality. The harm of this can be substantial, affecting your self-confidence, productivity, and happiness. It's not about shutting out people who offer valuable feedback, but rather identifying those who levy criticism for their own sake. There are individuals that might be worth reconsidering how much space they take in your life. If somebody is just, all they do is talk about people, constantly criticizing people, what they're doing wrong in their life, they don't have this right in their life, they're doing this in their life, I feel like you're paying more attention to everybody else's life than you're paying attention to yours. If all you do is confine criticism, and I'm not saying, like he said, constructive criticism, we all need to even be able to criticize ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I need for you guys to be able to give me some constructive criticism. But if you have somebody in your life, in your group, in your family, somebody you're continuously watching online, and all they do is criticize everybody else, I think it might be good for you to take a step back and really look at what you're getting out of a conversation where somebody is always criticizing everybody else. Okay, so because you become who you hang around. Let's see. Hey, girl. Hey, Liza the World. All right. Beautiful day. Hi, Laura. I just waved at you like you could really see me. But anyway, beautiful day. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yes. Yes, Hurricane can sing. Hurricane, Hurricane, put uh your channel in the chat, please. Yes, a man of many talents. Okay, the next type of person that aren't worth keeping in touch with as you're trying to grow. Now, if you want to stay, this is my opinion, if you want to stay stagnant, if you want to loop, if you want to stay um, giving your power away to somebody else, something else, if you don't want to tap into you, and if you don't want to mindful manifest, if you just want to be stuck and stagnant and have no growth in your life whatsoever, then keep these type of people around. But I'm all about growth, even if it's a small way. I was telling my person last night, we were talking about growth in our relationship and things like that. It is so important. Even the love that you have for your significant other, the love that you have for yourself, the love that you have for your children or anybody else in your life should not be the same. It should constantly be growing. The same love that you have. What did I say last night? I said the same love that I have for you now, I don't want to have for you 10 years from now. It should always be growing. The same appreciation that I had for the channel and the people, you guys on here a year ago, it has grown because we've all grown, and there's a deeper appreciation that comes with that growth. So we should always be moving forward, in my opinion. Okay, the energy vampire. I'm sure we've all had that one friend or colleague who leaves us feeling drained after spending just a few minutes with them. Been there, done that. I've had somebody where it's like I feel like I am part of the night of the living dead after spending like a few seconds with certain people, certain things, or certain situations. They're what psychologists often refer to as energy vampires. In my own experience, I had a friend who would constantly unload their problems on me. Every conversation felt like a therapy session and would leave me feeling emotionally exhausted. While it's important to support our friends during tough times, there's a difference between being supportive and being used as an emotional punching bag. That can be overbearing. That then you step into that role where you're depleting yourself to complete somebody else. And I've had people in my own life I've been on the phone with or been in person with, and then I love to be there for people. I love to do that. And I'm pretty sure most of us like caring and nurturing and hearing people out because we want to hear people out. We want people to hear us out. But it got to the point all you do is just take energy. And by the end of the conversation, I'm like, or if I see the person's name on calling, I'm like, holy heck, I don't have the energy to deal with them. That's a sign of an energy vampire. Over time, I realized the toll this relationship was taking on my own mental health. It was then that I decided to limit my interaction with this person. It wasn't an easy decision, but ultimately it was necessary for my own well-being. You have to do these things for your own well-being. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. And I'm going to add this as we are on these YouTube streets. Pay attention to how you're feeling when you're tuned into someone. If ever I'm in a mood, or whatever, and you're tuning in and you're like, ooh, SunKissed, I don't like the way she's making me feel right now. As soon as you feel that way, tune out. If you're not vibing with what I'm saying at the moment, tune out. It is more important for you to pay attention to how you feel, how you are energetically, than to be like, I got to support SunKissed. No, you support yourself first. So pay attention as we move around on these YouTube streets. How do I feel when I'm in the presence of this content creator? How is my overall experience? Am I feeling drained? Do I feel attacked? Do I feel all this? Do I feel crazy? Or am I being uplifted? Am I being empowered truthfully? And do I truly feel like I can heal myself? Do I truly feel like I'm moving forward after dealing with conversations in these groups? I say that because we're online virtually, and there are a lot of platforms who have hidden agendas where they talk about things and they're secretly taking the beautiful energy of so many beautiful people who are barely holding on themselves, people who are trying to find themselves, people who are trying to build themselves up as we figure out how we live in this matrix. The matrix is always, they already have so many entities and energies and beings and people that take from us. So we go here on these platforms and we're searching out like-minded people, but in all actuality, from my experience, these people, some of these people on these platforms have different intentions, different agendas, and they're secretly taking your energy. Your energy is very precious. Guard it well, okay? It's a high dollar currency, and that people are being slick about, so you can tune into them, so you can empower them. Tune into yourself. Okay. Much love, everybody. Okay, the third person to kind of not who aren't worth keeping in your life. The one-sided friend. Woo! I've been there and done that, dealt with a few of those. Not only friends, but family and relationships. The one-sided person in a balanced friendship or a relationship of any sort, both parties give and take. Both parties give and take. However, there's a type of person who seems to be always taking and seldom giving. They ask for favors. They ask for your time. They ask for your money. Can I get a ride? Do you have $2? Can you give me a meal? Can you give me a free tarot read? Can you go within yourself? Can you give me some time? Okay. And other resources, but aren't there when you need them the same. And then the moment that you need them, when you are going through your moments of hardship, when you're going through your moments of where you just need a shoulder, you look up and that same person is not there after you poured so much into them. Psychologists have observed that these relationships can lead to feelings of resentment and frustration. They found that people who engage in one-sided relationships also partnerships as well, relationships often report a decreased sense of self-esteem and personal value. That's so true. When you're always constantly giving to someone, it can really have hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. You can really begin to question yourself. Am I worth, I guess I'm not worth anything to anyone because nobody is there when I need them, but I'm always there for them. So you begin to have doubts of within yourself. Moreover, research shows that when we invest our time and energy into these imbalanced relationships, we often overlook opportunities to form healthier connections. So this goes into what I was saying about even myself. Sometimes we block our own blessings, our own mindful manifestations by staying connected to connections that aren't healthy or beneficial for us. And having a one-sided friendship, having a one-sided type relationship is that type of connection. It's like pouring water into a leaky bucket. No matter how much you pour in, it's never going to be full. Okay? Take a step back and evaluate your relationships. If you find yourself always giving and never receiving, it might be time to reassess that relationship. Okay? Give me just a second, guys. Okay. Then we have the perpetual victim. Another type of person who aren't worth keeping in touch with as you are moving along and as you are growing and as you're trying to heal and move forward in your life. Okay. The perpetual victim. Now, we've all been through things. I'm going to say this, and we have all been through things. We have all had our moments of depression. People have done us wrong. Maybe we've done people wrong. And we've all had those moments where we have been victimized in a way, whether it was emotionally, mentally, some of us sexually, some of us have been physically made a victim in domestic violence and a victim of a crime, victim of whatever. But there's a difference when when we're acknowledging and we're talking about the things that were going on, but the person that's always in victim mentality, the person that's always like, this is this and this is this. So life can be tough and we all face challenges, but there's a type of person who always seems to be in crisis mode. They portray themselves as the victim always, with every problem in their life being someone else's fault. Always, no accountability. Well, I don't do this because this and this. No accountability for the actions that they take, for the things that they do to people. You do certain things to people, there are consequences to that. So instead of saying, okay, I did this person like this, or I was like this in this situation, this is part of the consequence of me doing that, they say, well, I'm a victim, it always happens to me, da 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 da. Always somebody or something else's fault. While empathy is a necessary trait, it's important to recognize when someone is using their victim status as a manipulation tool. This can lead to a cycle of guilt and obligation that is difficult to break free from. The perpetual victim rarely takes accountability for their actions or situations, which can inhibit their personal growth for those around them. This constant negativity and blame shifting can be draining and detrimental to your own mental health. Being around people that are always playing the victim, it's this fault, it's that fault, there's this fault, that fault, this fault, that fault. You got to take some accountability and responsibility for some of the choices that we make in our lives. Okay. And so maintaining a healthy distance from a perpetual victim can allow you to offer support when truly needed without being pulled into a cycle of crisis. I like that. Oh my gosh. When you find a person that, I'm going to star that, it's absolutely refreshing. When you find somebody that pours, friend, family, partner, when you find somebody that pours in that beautiful positivity that you pour into them and you're not even asking for it, my gosh, it's a complete change. It changes you, and it makes you want to be better. It makes you want to do better, and it makes you even more grateful. And so you have all these beautiful energies pouring back in on you. You know, I have to agree. Hey, Live Free, beautiful day. Hey, Scott. Balance, even broken clock is right 2 times a day. Work on self-helping others. Oh, wow. Okay, Scott, look at you coming in here already. I'm starring that. But no, the balance, as we heal, bigger tasks will come. Love to everyone listening while I'm cleaning. Much love, Farah. Thank you guys for being here. It is not pleasant to be around the perpetual. No, it's not. The victim and the constant critic. And with me, those two type of people are not looking at, nothing is wrong with them. It's always everybody else. And they're justified in criticizing everyone else. I get, because, and everyone has victimized them. Oh, so it's so draining. Anyway, I agree with that, Liz. Okay, number 5, the gossiper. Oh, wow. I cannot stand this. We've all encountered that person who thrives on sharing the latest scandal or rumor. It's the gossip monger, the person who seems to know everyone's business, but they can't tend to their own business. You and everybody else's business, and meanwhile, your life is falling apart. Okay, and can't wait to share it and love to talk about everybody else. Oh, I've had some girlfriends like that. While it may seem harmless or even entertaining at times, psychologists warn that gossip can have a corrosive effect on relationship. It breeds mistrust and can create a toxic environment, whether at work, in friendships, or within families. And I'm going to say this. If you have somebody in your circle, in your life, that you are constantly entertaining, that all they do is talk about people, gossip about everybody's situation. Ooh, I can't, did you hear about so-and-so, da, 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 da. And they're talking about everybody behind their back. You best believe when you're not around, they gossiping and talking about you. Whatever's going on in your situation and you think you can trust that person, you are being talked about, okay? Furthermore, if they're gossiping, oh, he just said this. Furthermore, if they're gossiping to you about others, there's a good chance they're gossiping about you too. This can lead to feelings of insecurity or mistrust and paranoia. Okay, that's another person. If you got to talk about gossip everybody else's life, you're not secure. You have some insecurities within yourself. Another part of not working on yourself. It may be wise to limit your interactions with the gossiper. Doing so can help create a more positive and trustworthy social environment. I have to agree. Okay. Number 6, the emotional manipulator. For those that are tuning in, we are talking about 10 types of people who aren't worth keeping in touch with. And so number 6 on the list is the emotional manipulator. One of the most, excuse me, one of the most challenging types of people to recognize and distance from is the emotional manipulator. I'm pretty sure maybe most, if not all of us, have dealt with an emotional manipulator. And that can be a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, a cousin, a coworker, a friend, your lover, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. This emotional manipulator is not limited to one type of person. So they have a knack for making you question your own feelings and reality, often using guilt or sympathy as a tool of control. And that's a form of, that's an abusive tactic for me. It's not only emotional manipulation, that's a form of emotional abuse. What makes it difficult is that the emotional manipulators can often seem caring and attentive at first, but over time, their actions reveal a pattern of manipulation that can leave you feeling confused, invalidated, and emotionally drained. Oh my goodness. Let's see. It's challenging life when this person is your mother. I'm gonna say that again. It is very challenging when it's your mother. I agree. I understand. Until you gram and break free, until you heal and break free. Okay. Yep. I agree. And that's something else. Let's see. The impact on your mental health can be significant. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and a diminished sense of self-worth. It's a tough situation to navigate, especially when the manipulator is someone you care deeply about. And I've been in situations and had relationships, partnerships, where they emotionally manipulated me. They used my sensitivity, they used my love, they used the caring, and manipulated me into feeling sorry when they were wrong, when I should have walked away, or when I should have whatever. But it's like they changed it and made me feel like it would be my fault, like it was my fault, or I should be more understanding. The way that the tactics that they use, which exactly what he said, it created anxiety and a depression within myself. And I did question my self-worth. I was like, well, I'm not this and I'm not that, just by being in constant contact with an emotional manipulator. A healthy relationship should uplift you, not make you question your worth or sanity. Agreed. Okay, here we go. The relentless pessimist. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yes, gaslighting, live free. Yes, gaslighting. Here we go. Now, we've talked about this several times, where we talked about the vibrational frequency of our energies and emotions, how we experience all ranges of emotions while we're here on this plane of existence. We experience shame. We experience guilt. I'm going to speak for myself. I know I have experienced shame. I know I have experienced guilt. I have experienced grief from losing someone, breaking up with someone, guilt, because I did this or I did that. I've experienced that. I've also experienced peace, love, and joy, and just gratitude. So there's a difference with being positive all the time and not acknowledging moments where it's natural to feel fear, it's natural to feel grief. And then there's a difference between with being such a pessimistic person that you can't even acknowledge gratitude, you can't even see love, and you see people that view love and all these other beautiful positive energies as being mind wiped, being manipulated, being whatever. That's how you see people. There's a big difference. Okay, hold on, guys. Okay, so here we go. There was a time when I found myself constantly surrounded by negativity. It seemed like no matter what happened, there was always a dark cloud looming overhead. I realized later that it wasn't life, but rather the company I kept. I'm going to say, I realized later that it wasn't life, but rather the company that I kept. You are who you entertain. Birds of a feather flock together. The relentless, pessimistic person, as psychologists call them, can affect your outlook on life. Their gloom and doom perspectives can be infectious. And before you know it, you start mirroring their negativity. And I'm not talking about knowing what this place is, having consciously aware of where we are, consciously aware of the energies that are being used to manipulate us in this matrix system. I'm not talking about being aware and having healthy boundaries and seeing and recognizing negativity. I'm just saying, if you are constantly swimming in negativity, I'm gonna keep going. Deciding to limit my interaction with such individuals wasn't easy, but ultimately it led to a significant shift in my mindset. I found myself becoming more optimistic, happier, and motivated. And this reminds me, I watched that Bob Marley movie when it came out, and there was a line that his wife, Rita Marley, told him. As Bob Marley, the scene shows that Bob Marley was changing. He was like starting to live life, kind of get sucked in with like the values and the things that him and his wife said they would never do, entertaining people that he said he would never entertain. And she looked at him and said, you swim in pollution, you get polluted. You swim in pollution, you get polluted. I love that quote. What do you think you're gonna get if all you do is entertain negativity? You swim in the seas, in the oceans, in the rivers of the emotional state of negativity. That is all you are going to see. That is all you are feeding yourself. That is all you are going to produce. Acknowledge the negativity in your life situations. Acknowledge it. Don't stay there. The gloom and doom is crazy. Yes, we are. Life has its ups and downs, but having a positive outlook can make all the difference. I'm telling you the truth. It's worth considering if the relentless, pessimistic person in your life are dampening your spirits. And if so, what changes you might need to make. And once again, you got to pay attention to who you're entertaining, what you're entertaining on YouTube, in your life, at the workplace. You have got to watch, because it's easy to get sucked into that. It's so easy to get sucked into that negativity. I feel like people want, because they're negative and people can't create, like Farah says right here, we are creator beings. And because people can't create certain things within their life for whatever reason, they don't want to see other people who are able to tap into that create. And so it's like they want you to be negative. They want you to hold on to that negativity. There's no power in that negativity. We talk about this all the time, whether people want to like it or not. There is no power in guilt and shame. It has a frequency hertz of 30. Guilt does. Shame has a hertz of 20. How are you go battle with these things? Peace, joy, love, gratitude, they all have 500, 600, 700 hertz plus. It's energetic. Okay. Number 8, the overachiever At first glance, the overachiever might seem like the perfect person to surround yourself with. They're driven, ambitious, and often successful. However, psychologists caution that being around overachievers can actually have a negative impact on your well being. Their relentless pursuit of perfection can set an unrealistic standard and create a constant sense of inadequacy in those around them. You might find yourself feeling overwhelmed or even guilty for not keeping up with the overachiever. More overachievers often prioritize their goals and over relationships, which can lead to one-sided interactions and a lack of emotional support. And there's something else that we're going to get into with the inner child wound that talk about people who are overachievers. Actually, a lot of people who are overachievers, it stems from inner childhood wounds and trauma that they have buried within themselves, which is another reason why it's so important for inner child healing, doing the inner work, doing so you won't be an overachiever. We talk all the time about people pleasing. I am a recovering people pleaser. So we talk, I feel like overachieving is in the same category as being a people pleaser. Okay. It's important to remember that everyone has their own pace and definition of success. Don't let the overachiever standards overshadow your own achievements and self-worth. We're almost done. Oh, good. It's at 35 minutes. So we are at number 9 on the 10 types of people that aren't worth keeping around. The drama king or queen. Wherever this person go, the drama finds them. And sometimes the drama king or queen always ends up playing the victim. I don't know why drama finds me. Who doesn't love a bit of drama? It can be entertaining, exciting even. But when it's a constant part of your interactions with someone, it can become draining and disruptive. Enter the drama king or queen. They thrive on conflict and seem to attract crises like a magnet. Every event, no matter how small, is blown out of proportion. What should be simple conversations turn into dramatic narratives. Psychologists suggest that this constant state of turmoil can be damaging to your mental health. All these things can be damaging to your mental health. It can create unnecessary stress and anxiety, distracting from your ability to enjoy your life's simple pleasures. While everyone has moments of drama, we all have drama that goes on in our life. We do. Continuous theatrics are a red flag. Limiting your exposure to the drama kings and queens in your life can lead to a more peaceful and balanced state of being. Limiting your interactions with a lot of these types of people and energies will bring you more peace and a balanced state of mind. Your peace is your priority. I will too. Okay, number 10, the last one, the non-apologizer. Oh, at the heart of any healthy relationship is the ability to apologize when we're wrong. We have all wronged somebody. If anybody stands here to me right now and says, I've never done anything wrong to anyone, I've done wrong to people, I would look and say, the devil is a lie, and I'm looking at the devil right now, okay? We've all done wrong, whether we meant to or whether we did it on purpose. We have all wronged people in our life. And when we do that, we gotta be able to stand up and say, hey, I apologize. However, there's a type of person who refuses to say they're sorry. I know a couple of people in my life, or used to be in my life, like that. Even when it's clear they've made a mistake, they are the non-apologizers. This isn't just about manners. It's about acknowledging and taking responsibility for one's actions. A person who can't apologize is likely to repeat their mistakes, leading to patterns of hurt and resentment in that relationship. Psychologists note that interacting with non-apologizers can lead to feelings of frustration, of guilt, and even shame. It's a challenging dynamic that can make make you question your own perceptions and feelings. Stepping away from relationships with non-apologizers can be empowering. And you always start to question and think, and you blame, and there's just self-blame when you're dealing with people who can't, for whatever reason, or won't apologize when they've wronged you, when they've hurt you, when they've done you wrong. And part of that is can be trauma, and a part of that is a person is in their ego. You know, that doesn't make it right. And it's challenging. Okay, let's see. It's a challenge dynamic that can make you question your own perceptions and feelings. Stepping away from relationships with non-apologists can be empowering. It sends a clear message about your self-worth and your expectations of how you deserve to be treated. The ultimate takeaway, we are finishing here. Thank you guys for sticking around for this. Navigating the ultimate takeaway, navigating the complexities of human relationships is a lifelong task. The people we choose to surround ourselves with can profoundly influence our beliefs, our feelings, and actions. And I'm going to also put our inactions. What the people that we hold in our life can also have an influence of the actions that we don't take for our own well-being. Psychology has shown us that certain types of individuals can affect our emotional well-being. Recognize these individuals and understanding their impact is a crucial step in maintaining a healthy mind space, healthy peace within. The key lies in finding balance. It's not about cutting people out impulsively, but mindfully deciding who gets to occupy significant space in our lives. I agree to that. This realization can be a powerful tool in shaping our own journey towards emotional health and happiness. Remember, it's not selfish to prioritize your mental health and your well-being. It is not self-love. It is self-love, and self-love to prioritize your mental health is self-care. All of that has to do with your self-love. That is vital. That's number one. It's essential. And sometimes that might mean distancing yourself from certain individuals for your own well-being. At the end of the day, you are your best advocate. The power to cultivate nourishing relationships, not one-sided relationships, and a healthier you lies in your hands alone. So that's the end of the article. I forgot to read the whatchamacallit cards, the positive affirmation cards from the Spirit Junkie deck and the positive affirmation deck. I have on my desk ever since we had that streak of pulling this card. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. I've kept this on my desk, and I say it every day. So I'm not going to say all these 3 times because there's 6 of them. But if you want to go back and listen or write it down and say it 3 times yourself, that's what I normally do. Say it 3 times, or you just want to say it once. Anyway, here it goes. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. I attract loving relationships into my life. I trust my own intuition is always leading me in the right direction. Oh, I trust that my own intuition is always leading me in the right direction. I create my own path. Taking care of myself is a radical act of love. Actually, that goes right on along with the takeaway we just talked about. Taking care of yourself, looking at situations and people and gauging if they are beneficial for you is an act of self-love. So taking care of myself is a radical act of love. And the last one is I am powerful. So that's all I have, you beautiful people. I'm just gonna get off of here and finish laundry and the other tasks that I have going on this week. I know for some it's a holiday week and some people celebrate Christmas, some people don't. I don't judge you if you do. I don't judge you if you don't. You do what's best for you, boo-boo. Live your life. Do what you have to do that makes you happy in your own way. I just want everybody to be safe and everybody to, and I know no matter what, people may be off of work because of the holidays. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy time with yourself. Enjoy time with your loved ones. And I have some things that are coming out that have been scheduled. I don't think not too many this week. Posts, a few posts and a few shorts. And then of course I'm gonna record Thankful Thursday. We'll be here Friday, hopefully, and be able to start the childhood trauma, the inner child healing, the inner wounds of the child live stream. And then Saturday, of course, the relationship one, and Sunday coffee chat. So that's all I have for you guys. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your week. Thank you guys for tuning in, even just briefly. Remember, self-love is the best love. Make sure you are overflowing in yours. Take care until we meet again. Much love and mwah. All right. Bye-bye.